We have another flood.
It's not a flood, it's water.
Okay, we have a flow of water. Uh, this would make flood number 5, 6. They don't have the money nor the capacity to be able to find help. Can somebody out there help me? Please. I don't know what to do. We've called the management. They said to put a work order in. Our lease says that flooding is an emergency. I don't. Do I call my insurance company?
Not unless we have property damage to ours.
Well, then we should not have to. They should give us back our security deposit when we leave, because all this damage done to our house has been done by them. It's just ridiculous. 4th, 5th, 6th flood that we've gone through now. If you've actually watched my videos, I've been trying to get help. I don't have the money to move out because I had to prove that this was toxic. And it's just pouring water. The way our apartment people say to do things is that, well, the lease says it's an emergency. If you've got flowing water, it's an emergency. It needs to be taken care of. So I don't understand the process at all, I guess. I need help raising enough money to move out. I have enough to get out of the lease. I just need to move to a clean environment. Build an ark. I know. This is the 5th flood, 6th flood. We've lost computers. We've lost so much. And I have proof from specific individuals. We paid for the house to be tested, and the house tested positive for neurotoxins. And this is why I've ended up in the hospital for so long. It's affecting my kidneys. I spent another $600 trying to tie the sickness of the house to me, and I've been able to do that. And I don't know, I can't do anything else. I try to talk to a lawyer, nobody wants to talk to a mentally disabled person. It's daunting. I mean, if the law was held by what the law states, the mold contingency in my lease would state that they need to get me out of this apartment into a safe apartment. And they're telling me they're not going to give me back my deposit. Like, nobody gets their deposit back. That's in one of the videos. And because I'm mentally handicapped, nobody will take me seriously. I need somebody. I don't know what to do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna videotape it, a little body camera. They've already said they let me out of my lease, but they but they haven't put it in writing. And they want me to sign a lawyer statement saying that I'm not going to sue them. But since I don't have any money, I can't sue them anyway. And if you look in my videos, I have the test results for the house and I have the test results for myself to tie it together. At this point, being disabled, I'm supposed to have a caseworker come in and take charge and make sure that the new tenants wouldn't put up with that leaking water. I know. But unless somebody else takes action, I'm stuck underwater. It's cost us thousands, and because of my mental disability, I can't hire a lawyer. I need someone to be the advocate for me to hire the lawyer. It's mind-boggling. I don't know what to do. I spent all the money testing to prove what was making me sick for the past 3 years. I nearly died. I lost half my blood, or I ended up in the wheelchair. I almost lost my legs. I ended up with a wheelchair from this toxins and stuff. I got it all scientifically proven and did all that stuff, but now we don't have any money to hire a lawyer. We don't have any money to move, and the landlord refuses to do anything about the flooding. I've documented everything. I've documented the inspector coming in. I documented the paid for inspector. I documented my medical stuff. I have so much. A lawyer would just have to go in front of the judge and say, "Look, it's what's going on. I need help. I'm disabled. I mentally don't know what to do." And we'll never know. We'll never know. It's not an emergency. This apartment's been flooded 5 times. They don't respond anymore. They just let us suffer from rain indoors. There's been so many floods. I have in my videos, there's proof of black mold. I have proof of their workers uncovering that black mold, identifying that black mold. In the same video, I have the health inspector come to my house, identify it as black mold. Then I paid over $1,000-something for an environmentalist study done on my house on the weekend, and I came back positive for neurotoxins. There's no law against black mold, but the law does state that they have to allow me to be in an inhabitable and clean space. I've proven it completely that this house is not safe. It's all in my videos. It's all right there. You can see it. I have doxed myself. I've even put in my entire lease, sign page, and everything. I'm not capable of doing this. I don't know what to do. I wish I did. Waiting list for HUD housing and legal aid. They sent me pamphlets. It's just flooding. It's just water, flooding. This is normal. This is normal now. And apparently, the scientist who was here said that the HVAC system here needs to be completely cleaned out.
Use my phone, take a photo of it so I can put it on the work order.
Okay. Taking a picture of it for her. I think I got it in mid-drip.
Yeah.
No, it's not HUD. We're trying to get on HUD. There's at least a 6-month waiting period for that.
Or for those of us that don't have children.
And if you have children, you get pushed to the front, but I don't mind. That's good. Kids need help better more than grown adults. So, I mean, if you look into my videos, and they are numbered, and I tried to playlist them, I have every aspect of the circumstance on video. From the floods, to the reactions, to the reactions, tests. I owe a friend $600. He paid for the body part so that they can say what's toxic in the house is toxic in my body, which ties it to the house. And then a lawyer is supposed to take that information, and I'm supposed to be in a decent place. I asked the landlord, why don't you just renegotiate the lease and put us into a different apartment that's clean, and I'll move my own stuff. Don't worry about it. We'll just pick up the rent from there. Oh, well, you'll need a security deposit. Why? Because nobody gets their security deposit back. It's in the lease. The only damage done to this house has been outside my hands. It has not been my control. I have zero control. And I don't know what types or forms of toxins they are, but they attack the kidneys. They attack the lungs. It attacks sexuality. It attacks your brain. I feel myself just getting dumber. I just don't know what to do. And if you want to contact me, please. My information's everywhere on my site. I shouldn't have to sit here and talk. Somebody, a caseworker for the disabled should be assigned to me. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I spent all our money testing, thinking that they would just do a switch of the apartment, and the landlords are like, no, you're going to pay for a new apartment. You got to pay for moving in. You got to pay for the first, last security. We got to pay for the security. And I'm like, well, what about the security deposit for this apartment? What about it? Nobody ever gets their security deposit back. We've got to replace this and this and this. And I'm like, law states that those are functioning parts of the apartment that is wear and tear and is not reliable by the tenant, but is responsible for by the landlord. I mean, I've read the law. It's just not happening. Somebody out there is going to have to do it. Somebody out there, because I've tried everything and I put it on film. Please, somebody, help me get a caseworker. I'm not looking for money. I'm looking for a caseworker or somebody who helps the disabled, or resources. There's supposed to be resources. There's supposed to be protections. There's supposed to be a disability act. And it's not. My insurance company literally stated, and I have it on video, what's a caseworker? What did you just say? What's a caseworker? You, being my insurance company, have never worked with a disabled caseworker? I mean, there's supposed to be someone in charge of my case. There's somebody supposed to make sure I'm getting the proper health and the proper care. And it's what's that? I snapped. You're a liar. You're a liar. You know exactly what needs to be done, and you're refusing to do it. You're hurting me. Contact me. If you can help me get representation, I can really appreciate that. please someone. What do I do?